FMS have had some fantastic releases this year, and on the previous video I tested their new FCX10 Land Rover Discovery, and that's the one truck that's actually changed my mind when it comes to crawlers and trail trucks. For a long time, you know, I've been kind of against that part of the hobby. I just found it to be a little bit boring, but after taking out that FCX10, it's totally changed my mindset, and I do look at trail trucks completely differently now. Now, FMS have just produced another brand new truck. This time it's a 1/24 scale truck, and today we're going to take a closer look. So here we have another brand new truck from the guys at FMS. This is their new 1/24 scale Toyota Tacoma. Now, I will admit, small cars like this don't usually interest me, but when FMS reached out and said, would you like to try this? How could I say no? Because it really does look cool, and I love the long wheelbase on it as well. And I love the fact that this is also a hard body. So we've seen other cars on the FCX24 platform. It's not that new anymore, but I always like seeing new stuff from FMS because they know how to put together a scale looking truck. So you can get this truck in a few different colours. Of course, I've got the blue one here, and I really like the look of this one, but I like blue cars in general, so of course I was going to like this. But you can also get it in red, and you can get it in grey as well. It does look very, very cool. You even get a roof rack up on top there, look. So let's take the body off and take a closer look underneath. Now, the body's on a hinge system, so it will just slide up, but you do need to release the Velcro at the front, and then the body just slides back like that. That's a nice, easy system. Now, FMS are known for their excellent quality, and they definitely haven't cut corners on this. And just like the other FCX24 cars out there, which, you know, it pretty much does look identical. Of course, this is longer. It has got the longer wheelbase compared to some of the other ones. Just because this is small, it doesn't mean it's a toy. It's still hobby grade, and you've still got good quality components such as metal frame rails. Underneath, everything is pretty much made out of plastic. That includes the 4-link suspension setup and the drive shafts. This does have straight axles. Electronics wise, of course, it does feature the same 2-in-1 ESC that we've seen on some of the previous models, and of course the same little brushed motor. But thinking back, this setup actually works really well, and power wise, for what it is, it actually delivers pretty well. Yeah, I think I'm spending so much more time around these trail trucks and crawlers, especially the previous video that I did of the FCX10. That was so good, and that definitely changed my mindset when it comes to trail trucks. This is just once again another fantastic little release from the guys at FMS. So we'll get the car out in a moment. First, let's take a look at what we get in the box. Now, here we have the transmitter. On channel 3, you control the speed settings. Of course, we've got high speed and low speed. Up on top, we have the usual adjustments like steering trim and throttle trim. We get a black and white manual, an accessory bag with some basic tools. Here we have the little 380 mAh 2S LiPo, and then finally a basic USB charger. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this new release. It's now finally time to get it out and see how it performs. Now, very quickly, just before we see how this little truck performs, I just want to let you know that FMS are currently running a very cool promotion where you can pick up a 1/10 scale K5 Blazer, and you can get the 1/24 scale version for only $1. As you can see here, when you add the 1/10 scale version to your basket, you can also add the 1/24 scale version for only $1. I just think this is a fantastic promotion, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in FMS. So you're going to switch it on, Sam?
Yep, I switched it on.
Yay!
It works.
So that is low speed. Slightly different experience compared to what he's used to running. So
yeah, because the fast ones are much easier because they're fast and they go.
You like speed like Dad, don't you? So let's try and get some cool close-up shots of this. So of course it's not going to be as capable as a 1/10 scale truck, but I still think it's really cool, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
He just said to me, Dad, when does it get faster? That's the problem. He's spoilt when it comes to RC cars. He's got 3S cars and 4S cars, so something like this is not really ticking the boxes for him, but I'm trying to get him into scale trucks because I really like this. And what I've noticed is when you're out with scale trucks, it's much more enjoyable when you're doing it with other people, or you've got a couple of trucks running around on your own. I just don't think it's that appealing, but yeah, I'm trying, because then at least I can get him a 1/10 scale truck and we can kind of enjoy it together. Now, this is obviously really cool for a kid getting into the hobby, especially if, you know, you're into trail trucks and you want to try and get, you know, your kid into this side of the hobby. Then I think something like this would be a good shout. You know, obviously Sam's used to basher type cars, so it's a totally new experience for him. But if you're looking to get a kid into this side of the hobby, something like this would probably work really well. But of course it's not going to be as capable as something a lot larger. Right, Sam, you're going to go up to high speed?
Yep.
Well, that's a lot better.
Yeah, that is actually a lot better. But if you turn it, I turned it back to slow. Look at the difference.
You like speed and power, don't you? As Mr. Clarkson once said. Even though it's small, it's still surprisingly capable, which has surprised me, really. So another fantastic new release from the guys at FMS, this time a brand new addition to their 1/24 scale lineup. Sam really enjoyed himself, although at one point he did say, "Dad, I'm getting bored now," and I think that's mostly because he's used to faster paced stuff. He's got 3S cars and 4S cars, but for most kids getting into the RC hobby, I'm pretty sure this would tick most boxes, especially if you as a parent, you're into trail trucks. This would be ideal to get a kid into the RC hobby. Now the FCX24 platform, again like I said earlier, has been around for a little while now. There's lots of aftermarket upgrades and everything else, and I just think it's a really cool little platform. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of FMS's latest addition to their 1/24 scale lineup. I just think it's another really cool new addition. Let me know in the comments. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one. Take care. If you want to see more from FMS here on my channel, click one of these videos now.